Chosen one. Listen, stop scrolling, sit down, lower the noise, take one slow breath, not a deep one, a slow one. Place your hand lightly on your chest so your body remembers you are here. Another slow breath. Good. Stay with me. I am going to be precise with you because you do not have time for vague messages. You have been trying to fix everything at once and calling it faith when it has mostly been fear in a hurry. The Father is not asking you to solve your whole life today. He is inviting you into a marked, appointed window, a 7-day reset, where peace comes first, order follows peace, and provision follows order. This is not a lifetime overhaul today. This is not a lottery miracle. This is a sequence. It will hold, if you obey it, in order. Hear me. The window is already around you. It opened the moment you clicked and sat and breathed. It is not your job to widen the window. It is your job to walk through it one door at a time. 7 days, 7 doors, 1 step per day in the order given. If you try to jump to day 4 while day 1 remains unopened, you will feel the same scattered ache you have been living with, not as punishment, as the natural consequence of being misordered in a world that runs on order. Let me name the pressure that has been chewing at you because it is not only numbers. Financial anxiety is a spirit of scramble. It trains your attention to scatter, your fingers to reach for quick relief, your tongue to promise what your strength cannot keep, and your feet to abandon consistency right when it starts to work. It is the hum you fall asleep under and the static that greets you when you wake. It tells you to do something, anything now, and then shames you for doing the wrong thing too fast. It is a counterfeit urgency that lives on your panic. Peace ends its contract. Chosen one, the peace I am talking about, is not a trophy you win after you get every bill aligned and every plan executed. Peace is the foundation that makes wise decisions possible. Without peace, you cannot see which hole is the leak and which movement is just splashing. Without peace, budgets are prisons and plans are threats. With peace, the same numbers become legible. With peace, your spirit leads and your money follows. With peace, the next right step becomes simple enough to do. So this is the covenant of this window. Each morning for 7 mornings, before you touch a screen or run a number, you will pray the same anchoring prayer. We will speak it together in the next section, but mark it now. Same words, same order, same surrender. Repetition is not religion here. Repetition is rehabilitation. It trains your spirit to take the wheel so your emotions stop driving your spending. And each day, after that prayer, you will do 1 small discipline, not 10. 1. A door per day, truth, subtraction, boundary, increase, release, plan, rest, in order. Do not attempt to rearrange the days to match your comfort. The sequence is the safety. I can feel you negotiating already. Can I start with the money-making step? Can I skip the one that asks me to say no to someone? Can I double up because I feel behind? Breathe. Slow, not deep. The answer is no. You will not skip ahead. You will not double up. You are not behind. You are in an appointed sequence where obedience opens what anxiety has been locking. When you obey the order, anxiety loses its authority, and stewardship becomes your rhythm instead of your occasional performance. Understand this clearly. God is not shaming you. He is not weary of you. He is giving you back the order that makes breathing easier and decisions cleaner. He is giving you a narrow path on purpose because wide paths are where your energy bleeds through 1,000 small compromises. Precision is mercy. Boundaries are mercy. Sequence is mercy. The order will hold you up while your feelings wobble and while your circumstances catch up to your obedience. Wherever you are right now, kitchen table, car line, a small apartment that echoes with old bills and new hopes, hear heaven's steady voice over the static. Stop trying to fix everything today. You are being asked to choose a 7-day window with God and do the next right step in order. That is all. That is enough. Your life does not turn by frantic repairs. It turns by ordered obedience. Door 1 makes door 2 possible. Door 2 protects door 3. Door 3 prepares the strength to walk through door 4 without snapping the hinge. And so on until rest seals it and you repeat the cycle again. If you surrender to this cadence for 7 days, you will feel the ground under you change. The same bills will not shout as loudly. The same temptations will not have the same pull. The same requests will start to meet your boundaries instead of your people-pleasing. You will not be perfect. You will be ordered. And ordered is enough to open the doors provision walks through. Chosen one, take another slow breath. Place your hand on your chest again so your body learns the new language of calm that your spirit speaks. Now make a quiet seal with your mouth, not as performance, but as permission. Whisper it or type it where you are. I will do the next right step. Say it again slowly so your nervous system hears the promise. I will do the next right step. This is how we begin. This is how anxiety loses its vocabulary. This is how peace becomes your new currency. The window is open. The message is the same. Pray the same anchoring prayer each morning. Do one small discipline per day in order. Do not rush. Do not postpone. Do not dramatize. Just obey the next right step. And watch what steadiness feels like when heaven's order becomes your daily rhythm. Chosen one, hear me clearly and let your shoulders drop as I speak. This is not punishment. The pressure you feel is the squeeze of a misordered life, trying to run on fumes. The tightness in your chest, the late-night calculations that loop like a stuck song, the dread when your thumb hovers over the banking app. This is not you failing. This is your nervous system humming at the frequency of scarcity. It speaks in alarms. It turns every small choice into a siren. It keeps you reactive, not because you are broken, but because you have been trained by crisis to sprint when what you need is to be led. Place your hand lightly on your chest again. Take one slow breath, not a deep one, a slow one. Unclench your jaw. Feel your tongue rest against the roof of your mouth and then soften. Let your shoulders fall 1 inch. Another slow breath. Good. This is how you separate an emergency feeling from an actual emergency. Your body is not your enemy. It is the instrument that will learn peace again so your decisions stop leaking. Let me reframe the accusations that have been stalking you. It is not laziness. It is exhaustion from years of outrunning chaos. It is not irresponsibility. It is overwhelm from carrying decisions you were never meant to carry alone. It is not apathy. It is decision fatigue disguised as indifference. It is not God abandoning you. It is God calling you back into stewardship in the sequence that will hold you. It is not that you don't care. It is that fear has been pretending to be urgency, and urgency has been stealing your oxygen and your options. Chosen one, anxious decisions masquerade as action. They look busy. They feel like you did something, but they produce drips and drains. The subscriptions you never use but keep because canceling feels like a confrontation. The impulsive spending that gives 30 minutes of relief and 30 days of recoil. The avoidance that turns a small fee into a late fee and then a penalty. The secrecy that multiplies shame. The yes you give to someone you love that your budget cannot fund, and then the quiet resentment that turns love into a ledger. Anxiety's movements are expensive, not because the numbers are large, but because the leaks are consistent. Peace is the valve. Peace is not the trophy you get after you win. Peace is the ground you stand on so you can see straight enough to walk without bleeding. Take another slow breath. Slow, not deep. Notice how your thoughts try to sprint. Bring them back. Your spirit is not in a hurry. When you calm first, you reclaim the power to choose instead of the compulsion to react. This is why the sequence I am giving you starts with calm. Calm is not inactivity. Calm is authority. Calm lets you ask the only question that matters before money decisions. What is actually true here? Calm will tell you the bill is due next Friday, not today. Calm will show you the charge you forgot you were paying for. Calm will remind you that you can message the company and request a fee reversal. Calm will help you say, "I need 24 hours before I confirm anything," and mean it. Calm is the doorway through which wisdom walks. Here are the 2 rails you will run on for these 7 days and beyond. Prayer aligns the heart. Discipline aligns the hands. When heart and hands agree, fear loses its authority to lead you. When prayer trains your spirit to return to order every morning, your emotions stop dictating your spending. When a single daily discipline meets that prayer, your life stops being a theory and becomes a practice. Heart and hand, inner and outer, breath and step. This is how authority returns to you. Let me be precise. Many of you have been trying to jump to strategy without foundation. You make a budget at midnight while your heart is racing, and then you wake up and cannot keep it because the plan was written in panic. You promise to meal prep for a month when you have not slept a full night in 2 weeks. You vow to never spend on anything non-essential and then blow up on day 3 because deprivation is not stewardship. It's a tantrum in disguise. The issue is not that you do not know what to do in theory. The issue is that your nervous system has been running the household. Peace must come first. Strategy without peace is a leaky roof built in a storm. On paper, it covers. In practice, it drips on everything you love. Chosen one, take one slow breath. I want you to feel what authority feels like in your own body. Authority is quiet and steady. It speaks in sentences, not sirens. Say out loud, softly, "I am safe to wait 30 seconds before I decide." Wait, breathe. Now whisper, "I am allowed to ask for time." Wait, breathe. This is not performance. This is retraining. Your future will thank you for the 20 seconds you gave your present to settle. You need to know that the pressure you are under is not random. Misorder always creates friction. When bills, boundaries, and beliefs sit out of place, they grind against each other and make heat. That heat has been showing up as worry, as insomnia, as the feeling that you are always behind even when you are not. The answer is not to press harder on the accelerator. The answer is to put the parts back in order. Prayer first, then one obedient discipline per day in the sequence I am giving you. If you do this, the grind will soften. The heat will dissipate. The same numbers will stop yelling because you won't be translating them through panic. I know you are tempted to ask for the big move, the income jump, the investment play, the side hustle list. That door is in the sequence, but it is not the first door. If you run there without foundation, you will carry the same scramble into the new income and call it blessing until it damages you. You cannot out-earn misorder. Provision that arrives to a disordered house becomes pressure. Provision that arrives to an ordered house becomes peace. So here is the bridge we are about to cross together. Day 1 does not begin with a budget. Day 1 begins with truth, because truth stops the bleeding long enough for wisdom to land. We will open our eyes without shame. We will write what is, not what we wish it were, and we will do it with calm in our bodies so that the numbers are information, not accusation. Chosen one, you are not being sentenced. You are being stewarded. Calm first, then decide. Tomorrow we walk through door 1. Open your eyes. Tonight you rest knowing that peace is already building the foundation strategy can stand on. Chosen one, take one slow breath. Not deep. Slow. This is the peace that steadies everything else. I am going to be precise because muddled prayers make for muddled days. What I am about to give you is not performance. It is alignment. It is how every morning you move from the panic of the clock into the appointment of the day. Chronos is the ticking that makes you feel late. Kairos is the appointed obedience that puts you back in order. This prayer is the crossing. Before we speak it, set the boundary in your spirit. You are not begging. Your worth is not on trial. Your identity is not for sale. You are not auditioning for God's attention. You are returning to order so your spirit leads and your money follows. That is the function of this liturgy. Same words, same order, 7 mornings. Then again, 7 more. This is not superstition. This is stewardship of your attention. Make a simple preparation before tomorrow. Keep a small notebook by your bed or by the coffee maker, and a pen that works. No fancy rules. Every morning after you pray, you will write one sentence. Today I will be faithful with blank. You will fill the blank with one specific thing, not 10, 1. Today I will be faithful with canceling the subscription. Today I will be faithful with packing lunch. Today I will be faithful with saying no to that request. The sentence is the bridge from heart to hand. The dotted line heaven will meet. Now place your hand lightly on your chest. Take another slow breath. Let your shoulders drop 1 inch. Pray this out loud, softly, with steady authority. Not loud, not theatrical. Slow enough that your nervous system can hear you. Father, put me back in order. Put my breath in order. Put my thoughts in order. Put my money in order under your peace. I surrender the illusion of control and receive today as an assignment, not a threat. Give me today my daily bread and my daily wisdom. I will not be ruled by fear. I renounce panic and I renounce comparison. I break agreement with the story that says I am behind. I choose your timing. Make me faithful in small. Teach my hands quiet consistency. Guard my mouth from promises my budget cannot keep. Expose leaks without condemnation. Let truth come without shame and correction come without collapse. Give me courage for the next right step. Not every step, the next one. Show me where to subtract. Show me where to set a boundary. Show me where to ask, apply, or offer. Show me where to forgive and release. Show me where to plan simply. Show me when to rest and stop. Father, reorder what I love so I stop buying relief at the price of my future. Clean my motives where I have tied spending to my identity. Untangle my heart from other people's urgency. I forgive those who taught me fear about money. I forgive myself for waste and secrecy. I release the need to prove, perform, or punish. Let peace be my foundation before I decide anything. Establish your order in my home, my accounts, my calendar, and my conversations. Lead me out of Chronos panic into Kairos obedience. Let me recognize what is appointed for today and ignore what belongs to another day. Make me a steward who can be trusted. Make me grateful in small beginnings. Make me brave in small obediences. I will not be ruled by fear. Make me faithful in small. Expose leaks without condemnation. Give me courage for the next right step. Bless the work of my hands and discipline of my choices. Name my dollars so they serve, not shout. Silence the spirit of scramble. Return my attention to you when it wanders. Where there is confusion, give me clarity. Where there is shame, give me gentleness. Where there is hurry, give me holy pacing. Seal my day with your peace. Amen. Chosen one, sit in the quiet for 10 more seconds after you pray it. Do not sprint away. Let the peace settle into your body so your decisions stop leaking. Then pick up the notebook and write the sentence. Today I will be faithful with blank. Let your spirit fill the blank before your mind starts listing. This is not a to-do avalanche. This is alignment that births one clean assignment. When the sentence is written, you have your marching order for the day. Heart and hand now agree. Hear me clearly. Repeating the same prayer is not laziness. It is liturgy that trains your nervous system to recognize God's order faster than your fears can organize a stampede. The repetition is how your inner world learns a new rhythm. Day by day, you will notice it. Numbers will become information, not accusation. Bills will become dates on a timeline, not monsters in the dark. Requests from others will land against a boundary instead of against your guilt. Your emotions will stop dragging your money into arguments, and your money will stop dragging your emotions into shame. This is the quiet miracle of order. I know your old pattern has been to wake into Chronos. Clock eyes, thumb to app, chest tight, mind sprinting. Not this week. 7 mornings you will wake into Kairos. Hand to chest, slow breath, prayer first, then the sentence. The habit will feel small. Small is the doorway. Foundation first, acceleration second. You cannot out-earn misorder, but you can outlast anxiety by practicing order until peace becomes the default. This is how anxiety loses its authority and stewardship becomes your new rhythm. Set a protective boundary around this time. Do not check texts or open the banking app before you pray. Do not negotiate with the liturgy. Do not edit it based on your mood. When your mind tries to rush, slow it with the words you have already chosen. When shame tries to hijack the confession parts, remind it, this is not condemnation. This is correction with mercy. Your identity is not for sale. Your help is not purchased by perfect performance. You are being fathered into order. As you pray, expect clarity in small, specific ways. Expect a line of the prayer to glow and match the blank in your notebook. Expect the single assignment for the day to be obvious enough that avoidance will feel silly. You will discover the power of finishing one obedient thing instead of drowning in 50 vague intentions. That completion will feed your confidence. Confidence will quiet your spending triggers. Quieted triggers will free your attention for what actually increases you in the right door at the right time. Chosen one, this is the hallway. 7 doors, one at a time, no skipping. The key that turns every handle is this prayer, prayed first. When the heart is anchored, God gives the hands one small instruction per day. That is how we move from being scattered to being clear. That is how provision finds an ordered house and becomes peace instead of pressure. Take one slow breath. Whisper it to seal it. Father, put me back in order. Now write your sentence for tomorrow, where you will see it when you wake. We walk through door 1 next. Truth before change, led by peace, not by panic. Chosen one, we are at door 1. Truth before change. Take one slow breath, not deep, slow. Place your hand lightly on your chest so your body knows this is not a trial. This is a turning. Stay with me. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague instructions. Today is not a budget. Today is eyes open. Today is the end of secrecy. Truth is the first form of financial peace. Hear the assignment clearly. After you pray the morning liturgy and write your sentence will say this: Today I will be faithful with writing down every expense. That is all. Not fixing, not explaining, not coloring the numbers with promises or apologies. Today you will track, because you cannot steward what you refuse to look at, and anxiety thrives in the dark. Here is how we do it. Choose one place, one sheet of paper, one note on your phone, one page in the small notebook by your coffee. Title it Day 1, Truth. Under that, make a simple list. No categories, no math, no perfection. For the last 24 hours, write every amount of money that moved out of your hand. If you cannot remember exactly, write what you do remember and add a small star. If you have the energy, open your transaction list and scroll only the last day. Do not click into a budgeting app vortex. We are recording, not reconciling. Write it like this: $11.78. Coffee, relief. $42. Gas, necessary. $7.99. App, forgot. $3.25. Tip, gratitude. One honest word after each line if you can. Not as shame, as clarity. If nothing left your account in the last 24 hours, write no spend, tracked anyway. Then for the rest of today, every time money leaves, $1.29 or $129, add a line. That is the discipline. This is not punishment, it is clarity. Clarity is not anxiety, it is power. Power is not control, it is stewardship. Let those corrections settle over you like a blanket. Anxiety wants you to confuse seeing with sinking. Shame wants you to label yourself instead of labeling the line item. We are not labeling you, we are labeling flows. This is how peace begins to move in. Peace loves the light. You will feel things rise. Nausea, a flush in your cheeks, a spike of anger at yourself or at someone who taught you chaos, a temptation to close the note and promise to do better tomorrow. Breathe. Slow, not deep. Name it out loud. This is the old spirit of avoidance leaving. It is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that truth is working. Your nervous system has paired numbers with danger. We are pairing numbers with calm. Keep your hand softly on your chest if you need to. Keep writing. Do not dramatize the list. Do not minimize it. Write what is, not what you wish it were. You are not allowed to write a paragraph of excuses after each line. You are also not allowed to write a paragraph of insults. Sentences belong to the money today, not to your identity. If a line hurts to write, $58, delivery, tired, let the hurt be data, not a verdict. If a line comforts you, $0, packed lunch, prepared, let the comfort be data, not pride. Data, not drama, truth, not theater. Understand the mercy in this. Secrecy is expensive, not only in dollars, but in attention. When you hide from your own numbers, you burn brain power avoiding doors you could simply walk through. When you write them down, leaks stop hiding in fog. Patterns stop pretending to be mysteries. You cannot heal what you will not see. Today, we see. Let me protect you from your own speed. Do not try to make categories. Do not try to build a budget on top of this list. Not today, not this door. The sequence is the safety. If you jump ahead, you will bring panic with you and call it progress. Our work today is small and holy. Observe, tell the truth, stay kind. When your mind tries to sprint into solutions, bring it back with a whisper. You now know how to pray. Father, put me back in order. Then keep listing. Some of you will discover charges you forgot about or auto pays you assumed you canceled. When that happens, do not weaponize the discovery against yourself. Write it down and keep going. Tomorrow's door will address it. Today's door only asks you to see it. When anger at a past version of you bubbles up, speak mercy over them. They were tired. They were coping with the tools they had. You are being given new tools now. Write the line. Continue. When you have recorded the last 24 hours and added the lines that happened today, pause for 10 seconds of stillness. Then pray this short seal, out loud and soft. Father, thank you for letting truth heal me. I will not hide. Let that sentence wash the sting from any entry that made you flinch. Let it wash the pride from any entry that made you puff. Truth is the level we are building on, flat, honest, steady. Peace stands well on level ground. A brief word to the part of you that fears looking because looking feels like losing. Chosen one, hiding is the real loss. You have been paying emotional interest on secrecy, sleepless loops, sudden binges, private dread that splashes onto people you love. Today ends that contract. The list is not a courtroom where you are tried. It is a window you open so the stale air can leave. If tears come, let them. They are cleaning the glass. Place the list somewhere visible until bedtime. If another expense happens, add it. If shame tries to negotiate, we'll list everything except that one. smile at it, and write it anyway. You are not breaking yourself. You are breaking agreement with avoidance. This is courage, small and steady. Here is what you can expect as you obey this door. The numbers will quiet a little simply because they are on paper and not bouncing in your head. The vague cloud of everything is wrong will break into specific raindrops you can count. You will notice clusters, food when tired, apps you forgot, generosity without boundary, impulse at certain hours. Do not fix them today, just notice. Tomorrow we will choose one leak and plug it, not all. One. God never exposes to humiliate, He exposes to heal. Exposure is not the end, it is the beginning of repair. Take one more slow breath. Whisper it again to settle your spirit. Father, put me back in order. Your obedience today is small on purpose. Small is the doorway. Secrecy ends here. Truth stands you up. And peace, seeing you stand, will come and sit with you while we walk to door 2 and cancel one quiet drain. Chosen one, take one slow breath, not deep, slow. We are at door 2. Peace is found in subtraction. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague effort that feels like change and leaves the leak running. Today's obedience is one thing. Cancel one quiet drain, not many, one. The sequence matters. Consistency beats intensity. A single canceled drain is a declaration. Your future matters more than your coping. What is a quiet drain? It is the small river that looks harmless and becomes a flood over months. Subscriptions you forgot to use. App trials that rolled into premium while you were tired. Delivery habits that turn a $12 meal into $29 with fees because relief felt urgent. Interest creep, carrying a balance, paying for yesterday, calling it normal. Bank maintenance fees that nibble every month while you promise yourself you'll switch soon. Transaction fees because autopay fired before payday. These are not dramatic thieves. They are friendly pickpockets. They smile while they take. Take one slow breath. Open your day 1 list or your transaction history for the last 30 days. Scan with calm. We are not building a budget. We are hunting one leak. Ask the simplest question. What small thing is charging me for comfort I am not truly receiving? If you see 3, do not congratulate yourself by canceling them all. Choose one. This is how we teach your nervous system that obedience can be simple and complete. Here is the path. If it is a subscription or app, open the app or site. Go to Settings, Billing, or Subscriptions. If your mind fogs, search your email for words like receipt, renewal, trial, premium, pro, auto-renew. You will find the doorway. Click Manage, click Cancel. When they offer a discount to keep you, do not negotiate with your peace. Remember the sentence you wrote this morning. Remember the prayer. Say out loud, softly, I choose my future over my coping. Then confirm. If it will not let you cancel easily, send the email. Please confirm cancellation of my subscription, effective today. Do not renew. If it says you must call, call. Put the phone on speaker. Breathe slowly while you wait. When a person answers, say, I need to cancel today. Please confirm that there will be no further charges. If they ask why, use the sentence, I am simplifying and reducing expenses. You do not owe a biography. If the leak is a fee, open your bank or card chat. Type, hello, I noticed a late maintenance overdraft fee on date. I am requesting a one-time courtesy reversal. Please advise. Then wait, breathe, slow, not deep. If they refuse, ask politely to escalate or to speak to a supervisor. If they still refuse, you have still done the discipline. You asked. That asking is part of the valve turning. If the fee is recurring, monthly maintenance for a checking account, schedule a switch later this week, but do not start it now. Today's obedience is canceling or reversing one drain, not rebuilding your entire banking ecosystem. If the leak is interest creep, you are not canceling the card today, but you can still plug a micro hole. Call and ask for an APR reduction or a payment plan that stops new interest for a period. Use this sentence: I am seeking a rate review to reduce my APR based on time payments and tenure. What can you offer? If they lower it, celebrate with quiet gratitude. If not, write, called, asked, documented. Then return to the subscriptions and choose one there. One leak will end today. You will feel attachment rise. Some purchases are not about utility, they are about a feeling. Control when life felt chaotic, belonging when you felt unseen, comfort when your body was screaming, delivery apps that felt like someone taking care of you after a brutal day, streaming that felt like company when the house was too quiet. Subtraction will touch those attachments. This is not cruelty. This is care. Room must be made before peace can move in. Place your hand lightly on your chest. Whisper this fragment with me. Father, I release false comfort. Teach me to be soothed by you, not by spending. Breathe, slow, not deep. You are allowed to grieve a coping mechanism without going back to it. Tears might come. Let them. They are not a sign you chose wrong. They are a sign you are choosing different. You are not punishing yourself. You are prioritizing yourself. You are not becoming stingy. You are becoming steady. What you protect, God can multiply. Hear the spiritual principle underneath this door. Subtraction is not lack. Subtraction is room. When God heals a hemorrhage, He stops the bleeding before He fills the storehouse. Many of you have been praying for increase while leaving the cut open. Heaven answers prayer in order. Today is the cauterizing. Today you say, I will not pay monthly for my own avoidance. Today you end the quiet contract with small drains that add up to loud stress. Be precise. When the cancellation is complete, write it down where you can see it. Leak canceled. Name or amount dollars per month/week. Do not multiply it by 12 and daydream. Just see the drip stop. If there is a pro-rated refund, let it land without turning it into a shopping trip. If there is no refund, do not rage at timing. The peace is in the stopping, not only in the savings. Say out loud, softly, I choose my future over my coping. Then sit for 10 seconds of quiet so your body learns the feeling of a valve closing. 2 cautions to protect your sequence. First, do not replace the canceled item with a cheaper cousin today. Replacement is relapse in disguise. Let the space be empty for a week. Let your spirit find new, soothed places, walks, water, worship, a call to a friend who does not ask you to prove anything. Second, resist the urge to go on a canceling spree. Spree is panic wearing discipline's clothes. We are building a rhythm you can repeat, not a performance you cannot maintain. 1 leak today, 1 boundary tomorrow, 1 increased step the day after. Order is the safety. What you will notice after this act is quiet, not the silence of deprivation, the silence of a faucet turned off. Your mind will check the corner where the drip used to be. It will not hear it. Relief will not come as fireworks. It will come as an exhale. And in that exhale, you will feel a small uptick of authority. Authority grows with these micro choices. Authority will carry you to ask, to apply, to offer at door 4. But before increase can settle, protection must rise. This is why the next door is boundary. With 1 leak plugged, you will protect the ground you are recovering, because peace cannot grow where boundaries are missing. Today you practiced subtraction against an object. Tomorrow you will practice subtraction against a pattern, people pleasing with money that costs your future. You will not lose love by telling the truth about your limits. you will gain trust with yourself. Take one more slow breath. Whisper the fragment again to seal it. Father, I release false comfort. Teach me to be soothed by you, not by spending. You have done enough for today. One leak closed is not small. It is prophetic. It says to your future, I am coming. It says to your past, I honor what you did to survive, and I choose a gentler way now. Place the confirmation email or note where you can see it. When the urge to click reactivate rises, lay your hand on your chest, breathe slow, and remember, subtraction is room. Room is how peace moves in. We walk to door 3 next, one boundary that guards the peace you are recovering. Chosen one, take one slow breath. Not deep, slow. We are at door 3. Protection now must rise in you. Yesterday you practiced subtraction against an object. Today you will practice subtraction against a pattern. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague courage that collapses under pressure. The pattern is financial people-pleasing. The remedy is one boundary practiced today. A boundary is a budget for your peace. What you protect, God can multiply. Name the pressure so it loses its disguise. Lending you cannot afford because you were afraid to look unsupportive. Covering others' meals because you were proving you're okay. Guilt spending when a relative hints that you always come through. Swiping for group plans you didn't plan for because you don't want to be the broke friend. Agreeing to split evenly when your plate was water and a side because speaking up felt unsafe. Buying gifts beyond reason to look blessed so no one suspects your struggle. Saying yes to emergency requests that are not your assignment, then drowning quietly in fees and shame. This is not generosity, it is approval buying with interest. Generosity is seed from overflow. People-pleasing is leakage from fear. Take another slow breath. Place your feet flat. Feel the floor. You are not in danger because someone is disappointed. Your nervous system has been trained to hear no as threat. We are retraining it. When the urge to overgive rises, the quick yes, the scramble to fix, the impulse to reach for your card, pause. One slow breath. Feel your feet again. Drop your shoulders 1 inch. Put your hand lightly on your chest and whisper, Father, put me back in order. Then use a boundary sentence you have chosen ahead of time. Precision protects you when adrenaline tries to negotiate. Your micro-discipline today is simple and holy. Choose one boundary sentence and practice it. Draft it as a text if you need to. Write it in your notebook beneath the morning prayer. These are your options. I can't do that right now. I'm on a reset. I'll get back to you next week. Choose one, not 3. 1. Copy it to your phone notes so it is within reach when the moment comes. Practice saying it out loud, softly until your throat stops tightening. If your mind tries to add a paragraph of apology or biography, do not let it. Clarity is kind. Explanation is often fear dressed as kindness. Here is what this looks like. The group chat invites dinner with a, we'll just split it. You reply, I'm on a reset. I'll catch you next time. Not a speech, not a spreadsheet, just a clean no with affection. A family member texts, can you spot me until Friday? You answer, I can't do that right now. Full stop. If they press, I'm on a reset. If they persist, I'll get back to you next week. Delay is a boundary too. It slows the panic and returns authority to your calendar. A coworker assumes you'll buy the baby shower gift for the team. You say, I'm on a reset. Someone else will need to lead this one. Your card is not a congregation's proof of faith. Your obedience is. Hear me. Boundaries are not selfish. They are stewardship. You are allowed to protect what God is rebuilding in you. You are allowed to be kind and clear. You are allowed to stop underwriting other people's avoidance with your scarcity. You are allowed to disappoint without being cruel. Some of you learned that love equals rescue. That lesson is costly. Rescue is not always love. Sometimes it is control wearing concern's clothes. You are not their source. God is. You are a steward with an assignment, and today that assignment includes guarding the ground you recovered. When your body surges, heart quick, jaw tight, do not type faster, breathe slower, not deep, slow. Name the surge. This is the habit of approval buying trying to recruit me. Then anchor your senses, feel your feet, relax your tongue against the roof of your mouth. Unclench your hands. Nothing bad is happening because you told the truth about your limit. Disappointment is not danger. Silence is part of the boundary. You do not owe a second paragraph to justify the first sentence. The second paragraph is where you usually sell your peace back. Pray this fragment with me now, soft and steady. Father, free me from approval buying. Make my yes clean and my no holy. Let that prayer sanctify your mouth. A clean yes is not a reactive yes. It is a yes that can be kept without resentment. A holy no is not a hard no. It is a no that protects the assignment you gave me. Make my boundaries quiet and consistent, so my love can be honest. Expect pushback. Patterns rarely dissolve without one last performance. Kind people will accept your boundary and adjust. Controllers will be offended by your limit because your limit exposes their dependence. Let that be data, not a war. Data. Your job is not to convince them. Your job is to remain ordered. If guilt rises, speak truth to it. I am not withdrawing love. I am withdrawing leakage. I give from peace, not from panic. Then return to your sentence. I'm on a reset. Repeat it until the urge to decorate it leaves. A note on preparation. Text yourself your boundary sentence now. Type it exactly. I'm on a reset, or I can't do that right now, or I'll get back to you next week. Seeing it on your screen will make it easier to send when adrenaline tries to improvise. If a usual requester comes to mind, you are allowed to pre-announce. Quick note, this week I'm on a reset. If anything comes up, I'll revisit next week. You are not building a courtroom case. You are building a gate. Gates decide what enters and when. That is stewardship. What will happen inside you as you obey this door is a quiet restoration of self-trust. You will feel the drip you didn't notice stop. You will notice that your evenings carry less simmering resentment. You will notice money conversations getting shorter and kinder. You will notice authority, small, steady, rising. And authority is what carries you toward increase without scramble. When outflow is protected, God can point you to door 4. Not frantic increase, obedient increase. Apply, ask, or offer from a place that does not need anyone to clap for it. Take one more slow breath. Not deep. Slow. Whisper the fragment again. Father, free me from approval buying. Make my yes clean and my no holy. You are not punishing anyone by telling the truth about your limits. You are protecting the peace that God is multiplying. Write your boundary sentence where you can see it. When the moment comes, and it will come, feel your feet. Breathe slow, send or say the sentence, and then be still. Peace is learning your voice. The outflow is sealing. Tomorrow, with your house guarded, we will knock on the right door for increase. In order. In peace. Chosen one, take one slow breath. Not deep. Slow. We are at door 4. Increase is not random favor floating through the air. Provision has a door. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague inspiration that evaporates at the first hint of fear. The instruction is simple and holy. Apply, ask, or offer one obedient step, not many. 1. The sequence matters. You guarded the outflow. Now you will open a channel for inflow. Confidence will not arrive before you move. Confidence is often mailed to the address of obedience. Break the paralysis you have called research. Paralysis studies doors and never knocks. You have waited to feel ready, to feel excellent, to feel like the most qualified person in the room. Hear me. God often sends confidence after you press send, after you walk into the office, after you list the item, not before. Today, your microdiscipline is small but real. A seed, not a fantasy. One email, one application, one listing, one message, one invoice, one ask. Finished, submitted, sent. God honors seeds. Fantasy comforts you while time drains. Seed changes the field. Take one slow breath. Place your hand lightly on your chest. Whisper this fragment: Father, open the right door and close the wrong one. Make me brave and clean in my motives. Let that settle. Now choose your verb in 60 seconds, so your fear does not build a stage. Do not scroll 30 options. Do not open 10 tabs. Choose one. If you apply, pick one role you can plausibly do now, not a dream 12 promotions away. Open the application. Attach your current resume. If you can tune one sentence in your summary to mirror the role, do it. Then finish the required fields. Do not build a portfolio tonight. Do not rebrand your entire career. Submit one complete application. When the confirmation screen appears, say softly, "Seed sown," and close the tab. Do not then apply to 9 more. Spree is panic in performance close. One done is holy. If you ask, open your email, or walk to your supervisor at a calm moment. Script it simply. I'd like to discuss an adjustment to my compensation based on my contributions this quarter. Are you available for a brief conversation this week? Or, is there an opportunity for an extra shift or project this pay period? I'm available on 2 specific times. Clean, respectful, sent. If you are freelance, ask a past client. I have capacity for 1 project this month. Would you like me to specific deliverable by date? If your voice shakes, that is the sound of a boundary moving outward into provision. It will steady as you stand. If you offer, message 1 potential client with clarity, not poetry. Hi name, I help, type of person, business, do specific outcome. I have 1 opening this week for service. Would you like details? Or post a 2-sentence offer where your people actually are, not where your pride wishes they were. I'm taking 1 service slot this week. If you want outcome by date, DM ready for details. 1 post, not a thread storm of your life story. Let the door feel your knock. If you list to sell, choose 1 item you do not use that has real value. Wipe it. Take 2 clean photos in daylight. Write a clear, short description. Brand, model, condition, pickup area. Price it fairly. Post it on 1 platform, not 5. If you receive a lowball, do not rage. Reply once with your price and a kind decline. Data, not drama. Listing is seed. The sale is harvest. Your job today is seed. If you submit an invoice, open your template. Fill in the date, the due date, the itemized work, the total. Send it with a clear subject line. Invoice hash, number, due date. If they owe you already, add 1 sentence. Kind reminder, payment due date. Thank you. You are not rude for requesting what is owed. You are a steward closing a loop. If you update 1 resume section because it is truly blocking your send, update the headline or the most recent role bullet with a clear metric, then ship it the same hour by applying to 1 role or uploading to your profile. Update without send is still stalling. Finish with a send. You will feel 2 fears try to negotiate: fear of rejection and fear of success. Let us remove their disguises. Rejection first. You are not asking the world to name you. You are knocking on 1 door to test fit. A no is not a verdict. It is a direction. Closed doors are clarity. They save you time. They are God's kindness as much as open ones. If you receive a no reply with gratitude, if a reply is appropriate, write data in your notes and sow the next seed on another day in this same rhythm. 100 rejections are not required, but even if they came, they would not be evidence that you are wrong. They would be evidence that you are sowing. Fear of success next. Many of you are not paralyzed by, what if I fail, but by, what if it works? What if more is asked of me? What if my evenings change? What if I have to become structured? Hear me with mercy. Success does require new structure, but God is training you gently. He is not dropping a flood on an unbuilt dam. He is offering you a stream today so your banks can form. Today's one step will not drown you. It will teach you your pace. Authority is rising in micro-choices. Structure will rise with it. We will build scaffolding as we go. You are not behind. You are beginning. Take another slow breath, not deep, slow. Feel your feet. Send the message. Press submit. Post the listing. Place your hand on your chest again and whisper, Father, open the right door and close the wrong one. Make me brave and clean in my motives. Clean motives are not showy. They are simple. To provide, to steward, to honor God with work done well. If any vanity or panic tries to hitch a ride, release it with your exhale. You do not need to impress. You need to obey. 2 protections so you do not sabotage the seed you just sowed. First, do not hover. Do not refresh your inbox every 90 seconds like a storm watcher. Hovering is scarcity rehearsing catastrophe. Set one check-in time later today or tomorrow and then turn the screen off. Let the seed sit in the soil. Second, do not announce the step to recruit applause. Applause is sugar. It spikes and crashes. Let your spirit receive its satisfaction from obedience, not from spectators. After you complete the step, write it down where you can see it. Seed sown. Apply, ask, offer, list, invoice, date and time. This is not scoreboard, this is memory. In 2 days, when anxiety lies and says, you never do anything, you will have receipts of obedience. Receipts, quiet lies. Hear the bridge, because sequence is mercy. Increase without forgiveness turns money into a battleground inside you. If the old injuries and vows are still hot, I'll never be broke again. I have to prove them wrong. Money always leaves me. Then new inflow will not feel like peace. It will feel like a test you must pass to be worthy. That is why tomorrow we walk through release. We forgive money trauma. We break agreement with scarcity. We lay down revenge. So the door you knocked on today does not open into a war zone tomorrow. You have done enough for today. One seed is not small. It is precise. It is how fields become farms. Take one more slow breath, not deep, slow. Whisper it one more time to seal the step. Father, open the right door and close the wrong one. Make me brave and clean in my motives. Provision is not only something you pray for, it is a door you walk toward with one obedient step. You just did, in order, in peace. Chosen one, take one slow breath, not deep, slow. We are at door 5. Listen carefully, because this is where many quit, even as they are winning. You sowed a seed yesterday, but if the ground inside you is still taxed by old injuries, the harvest will feel like a test instead of a gift. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague healing that makes you cry and changes nothing. Today we forgive money trauma and break agreement with scarcity, not as a feeling first, as an act of authority. When you forgive the past, you stop paying emotional interest on old seasons. Name what is actually haunting your numbers. It is not only math, it is memory. The layoff that knocked the breath out of you and trained your body to brace at every email. The eviction threat that taught you to check the door like a guard and sleep like a lookout. Childhood lack that made the pantry a scoreboard for belonging and turned sale into a sedative. Betrayal. Someone borrowed and disappeared. A partner hid debt. A leader shamed your need in front of others. The debt shame that glued a verdict to your name so you pay every bill with apology. After all of that, money stopped being a tool. It became a trigger. You are not weak because it still surges in you. You are human, and you are allowed to put it down. Take another slow breath. Place your hand lightly on your chest. Whisper it with me. Father, I forgive. I release. I renounce the lie that I will always be behind. Stay with me. We are going to do one micro-discipline that will alter your inner math. It is simple, short, and surgical. Get paper if you can. If not, open a blank note. Title the top. What I'm still carrying. Do not write a novel. Write one paragraph, 4 to 8 sentences. Name the event, the feeling, and the vow it birthed. When I was laid off in 2020, I learned to fear the inbox. I still flinch at 9 a.m. notices. I felt disposable and unprotected. I vowed to never ask for help again. I grabbed every gig to prove I was safe. I have been paying with exhaustion. That is the shape. Name it. Tell the truth without poetry. When the paragraph is complete, end it with one sentence on a fresh line. I release you. You will not lead me. Write those exact words. Then read the paragraph out loud softly. Your ears need to hear your honesty. When you arrive at the last sentence, slow down. I release you. You will not lead me. If tears come, let them. This is not weakness. This is your nervous system learning safety again. You have carried too long. Your body has been paying interest with sleeplessness, with vigilance, with snapping at people you love. Let the tears carry some of that out of you. Breathe slow, not deep, slow. Forgiveness is not denying what happened. It is ending the right of the past to tax your future every morning. You are not rewriting the story. You are rewriting the contract. You are saying, I will no longer pay fear to guard a door God already locked behind me. Some of you worry that if you forgive, you will let people get away with it. Hear me with mercy and authority. Forgiveness does not erase consequence. It ends covenant. You are not agreeing it was okay. You are agreeing not to be led by it anymore. Your spirit is moving back to the driver's seat. Now we will break agreement with scarcity. Scarcity is not a math problem. It is a vow that colonizes your decisions. I'll always be behind. There's never enough. If I rest, I lose. If I say no, I'm abandoned. These sentences have been steering your calendar and your cart. Place your hand on your chest again. Whisper with me, steady. Father, I forgive. I release. I renounce the lie that I will always be behind. I break agreement with scarcity and with the vows I made in fear. I choose your order over my panic. Breathe. Feel your feet. Let your shoulders drop 1 inch. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Your body will try to reach for old levers. You will not need them. If your mind argues, but the numbers, honor the concern and answer with sequence. We are not ignoring math. We are removing terror so math can tell the truth. Planning without release becomes control. Release without planning becomes drift. Order is mercy. Today we emptied the backpack you carry to every decision, so tomorrow you can pack a list, not a wound. You are not behind. You are in order. A word about memory flashes that may come later today. A bill envelope might remind you of that mailed notice years ago. A tone of voice might echo the moment you were shamed for asking. When those echoes arrive, do not sprint. Inhale slowly, exhale slower. Say, that happened. I forgave. I released. It will not lead me. Place your palm on the paper or the phone note where you wrote the sentence. Touch your release like a handle. Handles keep you from falling when a train lurches. 2 cautions so you protect this door. First, do not text the person who hurt you today. Forgiveness does not require immediate conversation or performance. Let God rearrange your interior before you rearrange your relationships. Second, do not turn this into a 3-hour excavation. We are not building a museum of pain. We are removing a splinter, 1 paragraph, 1 sentence, sealed with prayer. Done for today. Now seal it. Read your last line again out loud. I release you. You will not lead me. Then whisper the fragment with me 1 more time, slow and clean. Father, I forgive. I release. I renounce the lie that I will always be behind. Make that your breath prayer when the old itch rises. You will notice something gentle in the hours after this. Quiet between your thoughts, a little more space between an email and your heart rate, a softening around the word do. That is peace stepping into the room you made. Do not confuse quiet with emptiness. Quiet is capacity. Hear the bridge because sequence is mercy. After release, you can plan without panic. Planning is not fear. Planning is faith with structure. Tomorrow we will give your money a name for 7 days. Simple, clear, doable. A plan will stop being a threat and become an assignment you can complete. But a plan written on top of a wound becomes another arena to prove you are not failing. You just removed the arena. Now planning can be worship, not war. Take 1 more slow breath. Not deep. Slow. Place your hand on your chest. Say it softly. I release you. You will not lead me. You have done enough for today. The interest meter on old seasons just clicked to 0. You are not paying yesterday's debt with today's peace anymore. Walk lightly. Drink water. Put the page where you can touch it. If the inner prosecutor rises at bedtime, answer with your sentence and sleep. Door 6 waits. Faith with structure. Names on dollars. 7 days in order. In peace. Chosen one, take 1 slow breath. Not deep. Slow. We are at door 6. The air is clearer in you because yesterday you put down what was taxing your chest. Today we give that peace a job. I am going to be precise because you do not have time for vague spreadsheets and year-long fantasies that collapse by Thursday. This is not a 12-month overhaul. This is 7 days. God gives daily bread and weekly wisdom. Peace becomes a rhythm when planning is small, simple, and repeated. A simple 7-day plan turns money from a threat into an assignment you can complete. Hear the target so your mind does not sprint. Not a year plan, not even a month. The next 7 days only. We will spend 10 minutes. You will write 3 lines. Then you will stop. Sequence is mercy and speed is safety. Perfection is how fear delays obedience. We are going to be accurate enough to lead your week, not theatrical enough to impress your shame. Take another slow breath. Place your feet flat. If you can, get paper. If not, open a blank note. Title it, Next 7 Days, Door 6. Draw 3 lines with space beneath each. Label them exactly like this. 1. Essentials I must cover. 2. 1 debt minimum/obligation. 3. Peace buffer. Before you begin, whisper this fragment with me, steady and simple. Father, bless this plan. Give me restraint and creativity. Make me faithful with what is in my hand. Now set a timer for 10 minutes, not 30, 10. When the timer ends, you will stop. Start with the number you have. Open your bank app or count the cash in your wallet. Write available dollar amount. Round to the nearest dollar. Vague is the enemy. Naming is authority. What you name, you can lead. What stays vague stays scary. Line 1. Essentials I must cover. Write the items due or needed in the next 7 days only. Groceries for actual meals. Transportation, gas, metro, rides. you cannot avoid. Utilities that fall due within this week, not next month. Medicine refills, childcare you have already committed to. A pre-agreed necessity, not a surprise desire. Name each item and a number beside it. Keep it plain. Groceries, 45. Gas, 20. Metro, 12. RX, 9. If something is not due this week, leave it off. Wishes can wait. Essentials are agreements with reality. Line 2. 1 debt minimum/obligation. Choose 1, not 3. The next minimum due within this week or the smallest overdue fee you can clear to stop the leak. Write the account nickname and the amount. Card A, 35 due Friday. Or library fine, 8 today. If no debt is due in the next 7 days, choose the smallest balance and assign a token amount. Loan, 10 prepay. Obedience, not impressiveness, is the power here. You are signaling order to your future. Line 3, peace buffer. This is where your nervous system learns safety. Even $5. Yes, 5. Peace buffer, 5. That buffer is not a binge. It is a cushion. It covers the small, unplanned that used to drive you into a spiral. A bus reload, a parking meter, a cheap notebook for the plan, tea with a friend after a hard call. Place it in a labeled envelope if you can. If digital, create a separate note or pocket and write it there. Do not apologize for this line. Peace is not a luxury item. It is part of stewardship. Now total the 3 lines. Compare with available. If your list exceeds what you have, reduce inside line 1 by making 1 practical swap. Cook twice with the same base. Choose a cheaper transit option once. Delay the non-urgent that masquerades as urgent. Do not delete the peace buffer first. Scarcity wants you to prove you can suffer. We are proving you can steward. Adjust until the total fits your available. If you must pull from the buffer, leave at least $1. A single dollar named is a teacher louder than a perfect plan unnamed. When the numbers fit, schedule the actions. Calendar 2 micro moves. The day and time you will pay the debt minimum, and the moment you will do the 1 essential errand. Friday, 9:15 a.m., pay card A. Tuesday after work, groceries 45. Put 1 alert, not 5. Over-alerting is anxiety trying to manage the future by ringing the bell every hour. Authority does not shout, it shows up on time. Take a slow breath. Pause your eyes on what you wrote. This is not a prison, it is a map. Not limiting, liberating. A plan stops impulsive guilt spending because your yeses and nos are pre-decided by peace, not by pressure. When the text arrives, spontaneous dinner, we'll just split it. You are not mean for saying no. You are faithful to a plan you already prayed over. When the late-night spiral starts whispering, you're behind, fix it all now, you will have 3 lines to answer with. Essentials named. 1 minimum chosen. Peace protected. You are not behind. You are in order. Now speak over the plan with me, quietly, as if you were steadying a child's hand while they learn to write. Father, bless this plan. Give me restraint and creativity. Make me faithful with what is in my hand. Restraint will help you keep the fence. Creativity will help you cook with what's there. Commute with wisdom. Enjoy without spending. Faithfulness will make small dollars do large work because waste is leaving the room. 2 protections so you do not sabotage this door. First, do not expand the list tonight. Your brain will try to add 5 more categories to feel safe through control. Control is not safety. Obedience is. You get 1 brief review at midweek, 3 minutes, to adjust if reality changed, trading within the total instead of growing it. Second, do not announce your plan to recruit applause or pity. Applause spikes, pity drains, quiet plans grow roots. If an unexpected expense hits this week, you are not failing. Consult the plan like you would a trusted friend. Ask, what can trade places? Move an amount from groceries to cover the bus repair. Then tighten a meal plan. If the buffer is used for its purpose, bless it. The buffer did its job. Do not punish yourself for obeying your own wisdom, and if the buffer stays untouched by week's end, roll it forward to become next week's seed against panic or add it to the next minimum. Peace compounding is real. When your timer ends, stop. Photograph the 3 lines. Place the paper where you pay bills or where you charge your phone. Write at the bottom, I can complete this. Put the date. The act of naming completes the first half of authority. The act of keeping confers the rest. Each kept plan is a vote for the future you are building. Take another slow breath. Feel your feet. Whisper it one more time, sealing this door. Father, bless this plan. Give me restraint and creativity. Make me faithful with what is in my hand. You just turned threat into assignment. Anxiety loses its jurisdiction when money has a job and you have a map. This is how scattered becomes regulated. This is how vague becomes visible. This is how peace becomes a practice, not an accident. Hear the bridge, because sequence is mercy. Tomorrow is not another task. It is rest. Rest is not the reward for performance. It is the seal that tells your nervous system, we are not ruled by scarcity. Without rest, you will sabotage your plan by tinkering and hovering until fear reclaims the wheel. With rest, the reset becomes rhythm. Today you named the week. Tomorrow you will prove to your spirit that the week does not own you. Peace is your new currency. We will seal it with stillness, in order, in peace. Chosen one, take one slow breath, not deep, slow. We are at door 7, the seal, the part most people skip because the world taught you motion equals safety. Hear me with precision and mercy. Rest is not avoidance. Rest is resistance. Sabbath is the quiet rebellion against the empire of scarcity. It is how you tell your spirit, your schedule, and your bank app, I refuse to be driven. The plan is written. The seed was sown. The release has been spoken. Now you will prove to your own nervous system that anxiety is not your manager and fear is not your God. When you rest on purpose, you teach your body the theology your mouth has been praying. God holds my life together, not panic, not productivity, not dopamine, God. Take another slow breath. Place your hand lightly on your chest. Feel the rise and fall. Today's discipline is simple, precise, and holy. Choose one act of rest that costs nothing and signals safety to your body. Not an escape, a seal. I am going to be exact because you do not have time for vague Sundays that dissolve by afternoon. Choose one. A slow walk without headphones. A 20-minute nap with your phone in another room. One psalm read aloud with pauses. 1 hour device-free while you make a quiet meal at home. 3 worship songs with your eyes closed and your jaw unclenched. A bath or shower taken without rushing while you say, I am not behind. Or sitting by a window doing nothing but breathing and receiving. Pick one, set a simple boundary around it, and do it, not to earn kindness, to agree with it. Rest is not denial. You are not pretending the bills do not exist. You are refusing to fund your decisions with adrenaline. There is a difference. Adrenaline buys speed at the price of peace. Heaven funds pace with wisdom. When you choose rest today, you are not dropping the plan. You are laying it on the altar and saying, Father, I trust your order more than my compulsion to tinker. If your fingers itch to rework the numbers, if your mind starts scanning transactions to feel useful, answer with your breath and your boundary. Not now. It is Sabbath now. The plan is blessed. I am kept. Take one slow breath. Not deep, slow. Build the boundary in 3 movements. First, time box it. Name the window. From 4:30 to 5:30 I rest. Second, silence the pings. Airplane mode. Do not disturb. Put the phone in another room or face down under a book. Your nervous system cannot receive safety while alerts tap your shoulder. Third, pre-decide the simple act. I will walk around the block twice, or I will read Psalm 23 out loud 3 times and then sit, or I will make eggs and toast and eat at the table with no screen. Small, unglamorous, kept. Do not announce it for applause. Quiet seals best. While you are in the act, let your inner script change. Scarcity will audition with old lines. If you stop, you'll lose ground. People like you don't rest. You haven't earned this. Answer without debate. Rest is obedience. Rest is my seal. I am not driven. I am led. If your mind drifts to next week's concern, honor it with one sentence. I will write that down after, then return to the breath, the verse, the walk, the meal. You are training your attention like a good shepherd trains a young lamb to stay near. Gentle, firm, repeated. Identity seals here. You are not an anxious earner, sprinting meal to meal, bill to bill, chasing relief with purchases and punishing yourself with deprivation. You are a steward who lives by a God-led rhythm. Pray it softly as you rest. I am a steward. My life is held together by God and wise order. Steward does not mean stingy. Steward means trusted. Trusted people rest because their strength is not the only engine in the room. In this seal, something shifts. You may not be able to name yet. Money loses its right to declare emergencies every hour, and peace takes the lead. Peace is your new currency. Hear the pattern because sequence is mercy. This is not a one-time stunt. This 7-day window is a reset you can replay. Next week, the same doors in the same order. Day 1, you open your eyes and tell the truth without shame. Day 2, you plug one leak, cancel one quiet drain. Day 3, you set one boundary and stop one pattern of financial people-pleasing. Day 4, you take one increase step, apply, ask, or offer. Day 5, you release the weight, forgive, break agreement with scarcity. Day 6, you give your money a name for 7 days, 3 lines, 10 minutes. Day 7, you seal it with rest. Then repeat, not because you failed, but because rhythm builds strength. Each cycle will be cleaner, quieter, deeper. Peace compounds like interest. What felt like wobble becomes walk, walk becomes stride, stride becomes unhurried authority. Do not let perfection steal the cycle. If you miss a door one day, do not collapse the whole week. Return to the next door tomorrow. You are not scoring yourself. You are establishing a cadence. Over time, you will notice the strangest mercy. Your decisions get faster while your body stays calm. The grocery cart shrinks without resentment. The no to an impulsive invitation carries no tremor. The ask for a raise sounds like respect, not apology. This is what happens when order moves from paper into your nervous system. Sabbath is how it locks in. Now seal with your mouth, because words give shape to the week ahead. Place your hand on your chest. Whisper, slow and steady, I receive peace. I choose order. I will do the next right step. Again, slower, as if you are teaching a child to pronounce their own name. I receive peace. I choose order. I will do the next right step. Let that be your breath prayer as you rest today and as you rise tomorrow. 2 final protections so this seal is not stolen. First, do not doom scroll in the name of winding down. Noise is not rest. Choose quiet, choose beauty, choose scripture, choose a nap. Second, do not judge your rest by productivity metrics. If you fall asleep for 12 minutes, bless it. If you cry while you read, bless it. If you simply stare at a tree and feel your jaw undo, bless it. Rest is not measured by output. It is measured by who is leading when you are done. Chosen one, this is your commissioning. Save this message and return to it each morning of your next 7 days. Let it walk you door by door until peace becomes your reflex. Share this with one person who is drowning in silent money fear. Do not blast it to prove something. Send it to the one whose name rose in your spirit while you listened. The placement is the assignment. Take one more slow breath, not deep, slow. Whisper the anchoring prayer one last time to close the first cycle and open the next. Father, put me back in order. Then go, keep your rest. Peace is your new currency, in order, in mercy, in rhythm.